What's up, home family? I'm here on my morning run. I'm gonna stop real quick because as I was running, I thought about something. I thought about a comment that somebody said to me this week, and it bothered me. It really, really bothered me. It actually pissed me off. So I want you to listen loud and clear. Loud and clear to what I'm about to say. Somebody said to me the other day, they said, Yigal, I don't really have competition around me. And so I don't do X, Y, and Z. I said, okay. So I let the conversation go. And until today, it popped into my mind. What I want you guys to think in this moment, with the world upside down, with, people redeeming more merchandise, with, less people walking in your store. What if I was to open a store across the street from you? What if I opened Yigal's pawn shop across the street from you? Would you be able to win? Would you be able to survive? Would you be able to, when all of this gets normal again, right? Or whatever that new normal is, would you still make the money that you made? Picture me opening up a pawn shop with everything that I teach, with my three generations of knowledge, with everything that I know, with all the connections that I have. Would you win? Or would I beat you so bad that you'd go home crying? And if you're not playing like that, you're going to lose. If you're not playing that a player is going to come in across the street from you and open up a shop and know about leadership and marketing and strategy, you're going to lose. If you're not reading, if you're not listening to the podcast, if you're not on those community calls, if you're not making time to learn, you don't have a business, you have a job. And the truth is that if I was to open up a shop in front of you, ask yourself this question: what would happen? What would happen if I got a bunch of investors together and I said, 20% states, that looks nice. I'm sure I can grow a pawn balance to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 with everything that I know, everything that I teach, everything that I've done. What would you do? Would you be able to compete? Would you win with exactly how much time you're putting in today? And for those of you who are jumping on, what we're talking about is, I had this idea as I was running this morning. What would happen if I was to open up a store across the street from you? With all the knowledge, connections, the self-discipline, the showing up, the focus that I've worked years on achieving, who would win? Would you still be so comfortable? Would you still be so complacent? Would you still allow yourself to live in mediocrity? Or will you still give yourself the same excuses? I don't have time. I can't get to it. I have other things to focus on. I don't want to invest the money. I just can't get to it right now because I can get to it. I'll find a way to invest the money and become resourceful. I'll make the time because I know it's important to learn and to connect and to win. So ask yourself this question. If Yigal was to open up a pawn shop in front of me, across the street, to compete, would I win? Now, I'm not planning on doing that, but play that game. If not me, some other big player in the industry, right? I'm not talking about the big corporates who don't have great customer service. I'm talking about somebody who you respect and somebody who you fear. If they were to come across the street, not 3 miles down the street, right? Not the next town over, across the street from you, can you honestly tell me that you would win? That you've put in the time, that you will find the resources, that you will stop making excuses to make shit happen? Because if not, when this whole thing blows over, like I said before, there's going to be so much opportunity. So much opportunity. You're going to have gold buying stores pop up. You're going to have more pawnbrokers expanding. You're going to have the big guns, who have resources, who are going to go out there and they're going to find funds to open stores, and it might be in front of you. So if you're not taking the time to put in the work right now, this is when the work gets done. When shit's tough, when times are tough, when things are are relentless and confusing and there's lack of focus, this is when you lead. This is when you put in the work. This is when you find the resources to invest in yourself, in your team, in your community, and everybody around you. Because if you're making excuses today, or when it's easy, you'll make excuses also. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think you'd beat me or not currently in the situation, or if some other big dog comes in. If you've got I don't want to name names. You guys know who the big dogs are. I've had them on my podcast. But would you be able to handle it? A lot of you have had shops in towns that there's no competition, or you were handed something down, and so was I. That's for sure. But just like it was handed down to you, if you don't take it and improve it, nothing's going to happen. So stop making excuses. Get up and exercise if you need to. This is my view today. Whoa, one more time. I'm running hills today. And I was doing this when I was in my pawn shop. I was getting up early in the morning. I was working out. I know times are different, but we can make excuses, ladies and gentlemen, but I promise you there's other people out there who are reading, listening, writing, doing the work, showing up, finding the resources. We had a mastermind member yesterday do $3,000 on Instagram. We had another mastermind member do $17,000 in sales in a week because they learned, they applied themselves. They tried something different. They listened, they showed up. And if you're not showing up, you're not going to win. It's that easy. If you're not showing up, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you inspire and motivate other people? If you don't take chances, how do you expect your team to take chances? If you're not focused, how do you expect them to be focused? If you're not committed and disciplined, how do you expect them to be committed and disciplined? If you're making promises left and right and not achieving them, then it's okay for your team to just make promises and not achieve them. And that's the truth. If you make promises to show up for somebody somewhere, somehow, whatever that is, you've got to try your hardest and get it done. Not try, you do. And if you don't, then you make a phone call and you fix your integrity. But so many times I see so many excuses in this industry, and it's so sad because you can be a schmuck and make money in this business. If you have a store with no competition, if you have a store where the competition is no competition. That's what somebody told me yesterday. Yigal, I have competition, but there's no competition. Yeah, but what if a real competitor came in? What if somebody who came in and really knew how to build an amazing culture, who was an incredible leader, who was a genius marketer, who knew strategy, who had money resources? What would happen then? Would you have that same business that you have today? Ask yourself that question. Let me know in the comments what your response is. I'm going to keep running. Love you all.